Welcome to part 4 of the Final Fantasy VI Let's Play, folks. In today's part, we are handling two scenarios. First up is Terra, Edgar, and Banon. Picking up right where we left off, still in the Let River. They're probably driving a loops until we decide to pick the scenario.
So what did Edgar feel about his brother getting swept away?
He can take care of himself.
Ouch.
That's what he says. Sabin, watch out, take care of yourself. He's been through worse. He's a monk.
I like how the names to spell off his healing spells just help.
Well, a thing that they removed for the American version of this game initially, they restored it back in advance, was that they removed all the classes for the characters.
Terra's a red mage.
Yeah, Terra's a magic knight, as is Celes.
I kind of thought Terra was more of a red mage and Celeste was the magic knight.
No, because they're both proficient in just about everything.
Okay.
Banon is classified as Oracle. In fact, health is translated to pray in advance and in Japan. They restored it to pray in advance, but here it's health.
Leafer?
Yeah, we fought them earlier.
And you left that in?
Because it's
Suicidal overconfidence.
Yeah. I'm going nuts! Actually, the enemy is the piece of lettuce, not the rabbit. The rabbit's just an unfortunate victim.
Son of a bitch.
Alright, so that's our destination, Narsh. But I want to show off something real quick because I love doing this.
You're showing off the sand. Woo.
I'm showing off the desert region that we didn't really get to explore around Figaro Castle. Figaro Castle is obviously not there anymore. But you can encounter Aranides and Sand Rays here. Nothing really spectacular about them. Aranides have Numb, which just pauses you for a little bit, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Cast fire on them. That's it. You know, one of the earlier encounters, nothing really special about them, but I figured, there's another reason why I want to fight these encounters anyway, because I do want to show off as many formations and encounters as possibly can. I'm not going for 100% bestiary, but if I happen to run into it, I have run into it. So, we got Banon on the lead right now, as you can see. The game did not expect you ever to run into a Chocobo stable with Banon in the lead.
Okay.
They expect you to just go straight to Narsh. So, if you attempt to ride a Chocobo with Banon, his sprite glitches out.
You look like Terra transformed.
Yeah, and he loses his head.
What?
When riding a Chocobo.
And Terra and Edgar have like the biggest bug-eyed look next to him.
It's the steampunk, what was the headless hunter? From Ichabod Crane.
The headless horseman.
The headless horseman with a Chocobo. I like it. Yeah, so that's a little bit of an oversight for them. They didn't expect you to backtrack to the Chocobo stable, but you could do that if you want to. So anyway, we're back in the town of Narsh. I wonder if we can just go to the front again. Memories, right, Terra?
Yeah.
Terra, what if I hoist you up on my shoulders and we can pretend you're in a magic armor?
I'll make the robot sounds. Bleep,
Yeah.
bloop.
Bleep, bloop, tech missile.
Press my right nipple for Bioblaster.
Get out of here. If you don't, pow, right in the kisser. Wow, you really went fucking far.
God damn.
Hold it, I'm the king of Figaro. No, you're fucking not. That's pretty much what they just said.
Can we shoot him with the crossbow?
No,
Why not?
because they're justifiably angry.
Fuck him, shoot
We
him.
did just barge into the town with Magitech armor and killed a lot of people and their dogs
And they're fucking
and their
dogs, too.
mammoths. Yeah, Frozen Esper's still up there, and
They're probably still pissed at the Welk death. It's probably their town mascot.
well, the mayor.
Oh, God.
Mayor Welk! No! They're gonna pay. Alright, so we're going back through the secret cave that Locke showed us when we escaped Narsh the first time, so now we're going in the opposite way. But the opposite way also brings new encounters. I'm surprised Locke didn't run into this on his way out. It would have been some shit if he did. We got first class, which is pretty much a stronger repo man, and that's about it. They wear orange coats, and they hit harder.
Well, yeah, you're also in a pincer attack.
Yeah.
By the way, I've had at least one instance where I was caught in a side attack and I accidentally set my team on fire trying to get to the other side.
No, Terra, no.
Ow!
No, sometimes, you know where I end up doing that the most? It's actually 7. And I think it happened a few times in my Steam the Steam playthrough I did in my live stream channel, where I had to use the analog stick because I couldn't use the D-pad. It wouldn't read D-pad for some reason. So
odd.
the cursor would go in places I didn't want it to go. So I would hit people that I wasn't supposed to hit. There we go. The next.
Eris is better than me, Cloud. Clock, clock.
I love you. So, in conjunction with first class, we also have wild rats. Pretty much just a stronger class of rats.
That we saw earlier. In fact, almost damn near same sprite.
Almost damn near same sprite. But yeah, they hate fire.
Burn them alive.
Yeah, burn them alive. Burn them
Purge
alive.
the infidels.
Yeah. We're eating tonight. Alright, so now we got a little bit of a security checkpoint here. This light is going in a specific pathway. You have to follow the light's pathway exact in order to get past this place. If you deviate from the pathway, you will be surrounded in light. At that point, you have like 9 lights surrounding the player. You have to touch the yellow light in order for it to dissipate and continue on with the pathway.
Right.
But I'm just going to say fuck that. I really don't have any time for this. So I'm just going to deviate from the pathway completely and go through it a completely reckless way and manage to survive the entire way. Okay, we're done.
Beats doing it. Yeah, because that's a lot to memorize.
Not really, but there is a unique encounter here if you decide to fight the checkpoints. We got dark sides and we got Rins, little ghost enemies there. If you're going for 100% bestiary, you have to fight them. So do that.
Darkseid seems to lose its own health all the time.
All of the apparition enemies do that, and I don't get it. And it's always 5 HP.
I have no idea.
Alright, so I showed off how to utterly decimate the security checkpoint system earlier. Now let's do it the legitimate way. Yeah. It seems tricky, and to be honest, first playthrough, I was thrown in for a loop for a bit.
I was only because I can't memorize pathways that well.
I don't even know if I had the sprint shoes at my first playthrough at this point, because I think I may have accidentally kept them on Locke, and he left. It's like, oh, now I can't run. Why not? Because the game said I can't.
Don't you know about cardio?
Cardio. Which one do you think? Are the sprint shoes Air Nikes?
Jordans.
Jordans? In 94, yeah, Jordan was pretty much... Was he at his peak? Or no, he's past his prime.
No, he's at his peak.
94, I would think he's... yeah, you're right. Because I would think 96, 97 is when he started, like, faltering. And by that, I mean he doesn't... He scores 98 points instead of 99.
Right.
So we got a secret Moogle cave here. This is where all the Moogles came from. There's Cuckoo, Kachu, Kutan, Kumog,
Koopapopolis?
Koopopolotamus. That chest right there contains the Rune Edge sword. It is a pretty powerful sword, but it also induces critical blows at the expense of MP.
Okay.
Not worth it.
Not necessarily not worth it later, but right now, since Edgar's not really using his MP, go for a few extra blows.
Edgar doesn't have MP.
He has 0 MP?
Yes, nobody has MP until you get Magicite, except for Terra. You see it right now?
Never mind.
There is the Edgar and Banon have no MP. So Rune Edge is really only effective for Terra at this point, but you don't want to use the Rune Edge. You don't want to use the MP for the Rune Edge. You want to save that for Magic. However, if you visit the cave later down the road, and I mean way later down the road, the Rune Edge in that chest becomes a ribbon.
Ooh.
So, yeah, much better. I would wait for that. Rune Edge is, it's fine if you really want to go that way. But I like the ribbon instead. And by entering the house, we're done with the scenario. This is the shortest scenario of the 3.
Of course, this was 3 people.
Yeah, and you got Banon.
Maybe Sarah could restore some order to our town. Wink.
Stop staring at me like that.
Yeah, seriously. So now they're trying to harness the power of the Esper.
Well, I wouldn't say so much harness, but trying to get the Esper to understand if it can communicate in the first place.
I imagine it's not going to want to listen to that after what the fuck the Empire just pulled.
Okay.
So and now it's Locke off to.
Now the second part of today's part, we're doing Locke scenario. Locke is infiltrating South Figaro so he can try and slow the Empire's movements down. That guy was after us. Okay, he's not after us anymore.
That's it?
Yeah. Alright, so Locke here is by himself for a bit of a duration, not too long though, but before these scenarios really start, like before you even enter the Let River in last part, take off all the sprint shoes, the running shoes, because when you get to Locke's scenario here, he's really going to need those sprint shoes to get through the area a lot faster. Though there is nothing stopping you from going to Figaro's Relic Shop and buying a new pair at 1500 gil. So,
taking out the heavy armor?
Yeah, manage your items. We're stealing from the armor because you can do that.
What do you get from it?
You can steal, I believe, yeah, that's a common steal. The rare steal for heavy armors is the Iron Helmet, which is pretty good for Locke, and a character later down the road we're going to get in this part, actually, Celes. But again,
Celestia.
that's a rare steal, and heavy armors hit hard. Now, if Locke will somehow go out of commission, if he's annihilated in any of these battles, he will reset to that building. It's not a game over, but he will reset to that building.
Oh, okay.
So in order to get past South Figaro and to get to the areas that we need to go to, we got to get some new threads. I like the way this guy looks.
But by stealing.
Yes, by stealing.
Oh boy.
It's actually one of those like cheap Halloween costumes where you just rip it right out. Mm-hmm. It has like a Velcro sticker on the back.
Like the abnormal from Doug.
Yeah, like the abnormal from Doug. I don't think we're dressing up as the abnormal. It make him glance the other way. It's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know, but we should probably let him through.
They're a little tight, but the price was right.
Right.
But the guy was like 3 times your size.
I didn't want bed sheets. So yeah, we stole the merchant's clothes, and now we are a merchant. I like it. And we need to be dressed as a merchant in order to get past this one house, because if you recall in the last part, well, not... What's the last part of the part before that, when we were in South Figaro the first time, we watched a merchant deliver cider to an old man. Mm-hmm. So now we have to do that.
But you have no cider.
No, we got to get some cider. And this little boy will not let you pass unless you are a merchant. So, if you're a merchant, he'll let you go through, because jumping over the little shit is not a thing you can do in Final Fantasy VI.
Can you stab him?
No, you can't stab him. He's just a little boy. He doesn't deserve that much.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's head into the cafe and go back to where that merchant that delivered the cider to us were. He's right below the right staircase.
Okay. And Shadow's gone.
Yeah, so, well...
He's probably out doing a morning jog with his dog.
Checking his pulse and shit.
Yeah, right?
I like that. Doesn't even take the ninja gear off, which probably means he doesn't shower. It's kind of gross.
Ew.
Yeah. So, besides...
Damn!
When you're stealing from merchants... You can also steal items regularly. It doesn't matter if you don't steal anything, but you can steal the clothes all the same. You can get a plumed hat for merchants. A rare steal is Guardian, the dagger that we got in Mount Colts.
You just stole one from him, too.
Yeah. So, if I can get lucky like that, I'll take what I can get. But it doesn't really matter because I have 2 Guardians, but I also have the Air Lancet, which is a stronger dagger that I got from the Returner's hideout. But an Air Lancet and a Guardian at the same time, thanks to the Genji glove, is A-okay.
This is itching.
Yeah. So we got the cider. We're heading down to the old man. Glug, glug. So now we can get to the secret passage of the rich man's house. We just got to give his son the password. Unfortunately, he forgot the password.
I confess I thought the password is I forgot.
I forgot the password 2 times in the playthrough. You got Rosebud, Courage, and Failure. Go for the most optimistic one.
Ew.
Yeah. The password Citizen Kane? No, it's Rosebud. I don't get you. Yeah, the password is Courage. It's always Courage. I never had to play through where it's Failure.
God damn, that would be some terrible shit.
But merchant clothes are not the only thing we can steal. You know, they got this lone officer just wandering around, he's doing his job, but he works for the Empire, so he must be stopped. And this officer gives me a hard fucking time because I can't steal from anything from him. Again, this is that real shit luck that I'm talking about. On one point, I can get the Guardians, I can get the Iron Helmets, I can get the bandanas.
Is there a stat that improves Locke's theft capabilities? Not item, stat.
I don't know what stat determines how well Locke steals, but we do get relics and weapons later down the road that helps. After these scenarios, actually.
And now I'm green.
Yeah. So you can steal the officer's clothes, and now you are an Empire soldier.
You bastard, you turncoat.
Yeah. I'm neon green.
With envy.
So now that you're dressed as a soldier, the other soldiers won't attack you.
Alright.
So you can go past them if you want. Not that that means anything, because there's nothing interesting beyond that soldier to the south. That's just where the ferry is, the boat is, and the boat's not leaving. You can't really get any discounts for anything, but you do get some flavor text when you talk to other Imperial soldiers to get more context on what exactly is going on with the South Figaro invasion.
Did they try to kill you in your sleep?
No, because they just think you're a lowly green soldier. First day on the job.
God damn. Oh, yeah, he's green.
Yeah. Good eye, I didn't really think about that. But if you need to change back into merchant's clothes, you can talk to this guy. And he says, what do you have? I'm out of merchandise. So if you choose to pound him in the face, you fight him. And then you can steal and get his clothes, get the merchant clothes back. But
all because he talked to you?
Oh, look at that. I'm out of Twinkies. Yeah, you really are. You're also out of time. Once you get the password from the old man and give it to the boy, it doesn't matter if you're dressed as a merchant or a soldier to get past him anymore. You just got to give him the correct password. If you talk to this guy, he says it's time for a break and he leaves. I don't get that because it doesn't do anything.
Can you go up there?
I spend the time following him just to see if it leads to anything. It doesn't.
No, he left.
Yeah, he just straight up leaves. I'm guessing as a way to access the weapon and armor shop, but you can get to the weapon and armor shop through the right side. So it kind of makes it pointless.
Maybe unless you don't see it that way, then you got another way to get about it.
Yeah, maybe. If the right side was blocked entirely, then it would make sense. But really, there's no point in going to the weapon and armor shop at this point. It doesn't change from the first visit. Hey, another green soldier. The disposable shit.
Well, what can you say? You got a whole bunch of new recruits.
Yeah.
That clown is on the verge of evicting ours.
Oh boy.
I guess they don't like him either, huh?
No, they really don't. Honestly, if villains want to trade horror stories, they tell Joker stories. That's some good coffee.
So where to next, dude?
All right, we're pretty much done exploring Figaro Castle as a green soldier. So now we're going to talk to the boy again, who opens the secret passage again against his courage. Secret passage.
Ooh, where to?
We're going back to the rich man's house. Now, we came through this pathway through the other side, but now we're going the opposite way.
Odd.
And we didn't need the secret password to get out of the place. So as we continue to infiltrate, we're getting info. If you talk to the soldiers in the cafe as a green soldier,
they'll spill more beans.
Yeah, what?
They'll spill more beans.
Well, they're elaborating on what exactly is going on in South Figaro, and according to some of the soldiers in the cafe, they have someone locked up in the basement of the rich man's house.
Whoa.
So we have to find out what's going on there, if it's of any relevance to us in the first place. So you talk to the girl here, and she says, well, not him, the boy just says chung 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 chung, magic tech armor. Not sure if racist or not. Wind the clock. And that's just a nursery rhyme. These kids really don't know how to keep their mouths shut.
Nope.
Because if in the first time you talk to them, they talk about how their father, this guy right here, had a dinner with General Leo, who works for the Empire.
Right.
And if you're wondering how the Imperial soldier took over South Figaro in the first place, that guy. He was the one that told the soldiers where to attack Figaro for easy access. And now he's drunken. Now he's drowning his sorrows because he feels really bad about what he did.
Oh, tough shit. Whoa!
Oh, here. Okay, they do have someone down here.
Goddamn, what are they beating her for?
They're beating the shit out of her.
Traitors.
Ah, traitors. She's a traitor. She must work for the Empire. Yes, this is our new recruit.
Is she wearing just a green bikini and
She's wearing a green leotard with a white cape with shoulder blades.
My name is not Celes, it's Celes.
It's not Celes! It's
celery.
So, what's up? So the mighty Celes has fallen. Apparently, this mighty Celes has turned traitor. For what reason, though?
Well, let's see. You're would you want to be aligned with Kefka?
Kefka's not in charge, though. It's Emperor Gestal.
Would you want to be aligned with Kefka?
No. If you were serving under Kefka, I completely understand.
If you're serving under Kefka, no.
Yeah. No. If you're serving under Kefka, I completely understand you going traitor.
Oh, yeah.
Since we're dressed as a soldier, we give the guy the salute to bypass him. If you're
regular, give him the one finger salute.
If you're regular, when you're getting to the basement for the first time, you notice that prompt that says, "There's no point in wearing the clothes anymore. You can decide to take them off."
You're awfully short for a soldier. Yeah. Goddamn.
Nice little Star Wars reference there. If you decide to take the clothes off before entering the room, Locke will hide on the ceiling to bypass the soldier. Mm-hmm. But if you're the soldier, you don't need to do that. Just give him the salute, and there you go. Fun fact. The sequence where the soldiers beating up Celes was removed for the Japanese advanced version. I don't know why. I think it
make it feel comfortable.
I think it has something to do with current events at the time.
Maybe.
And now in the advanced version, I think the American advanced version does it too, where Celes
all scream when they beat the crap out of her.
Yeah, the soldier just talks shit, but doesn't lay a hand on Celes.
Show's done.
So the guard's sleeping, but he has a clock key. So we take the clock key after wondering whether or not stealing is wrong. Yeah, the clock key is a rare steal. Okay, you only got one shot, Locke. Tonic. Fuck! And now we gotta start over.
No.
Alright. So I'm gonna give Celes the Genji glove and an Atlas armor because I think she's gonna get more use out of it than Locke.
So she's just gonna basically beat the fuck out of things?
Yeah. Locke, Celes, just like Terra, is a magic knight. Right. But Where
focuses on
Terra, it's kind of like a nice little contrast here.
Yeah.
I kind of like they did. While Terra emphasized fire, Celes emphasizes ice.
Right.
So she has ice magic at her disposal. And it's pretty cool looking too. It's like a laser.
It's weird too. I was like, that's ice magic? Mm-hmm. That's what I was like when I first saw it. But she also has a unique ability called Runic.
Yes. You get the down low on Runic with the tunnel armor boss fight, which happens at the end of this scenario and the end of this part. But we'll describe it here. With Runic, Celes will point her blade skyward and do a little shiny animation. What that means is that during that turn, if any enemy decides to use magic attacks, or what the game considers to be magic attacks, Celes will absorb the attack, doing no damage to her, and it restores her MP.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah, depending on the severity of the spell.
Right.
If you're absorbing something like, say, Fire 3 or Ice 3, then you're going to restore a bit amount. But it doesn't work on unblockable attacks. You can't Runic Ultima. You can't Runic Meteor.
Of course, because then the game goes out the door.
Yeah. So
And
the only two encounters you're running into in the basement of this place is Vector Pups and Commanders. This is actually a rare formation. 1 Commander and 2 Vector Pups. It's usually either 3 Commanders or 2 Vector Pups. So I'm grateful. You can show both of them killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Vector Pups are the most annoying encounters because they're speedy and they hit a little harder than the Commanders, from my experience. But if you take care of 1 Vector Pup, the other Vector Pup will most often escape. In fact, I kind of consider it a challenge to kill both Vector Pups without one running away.
That's a challenge?
Yeah, because, again, the Vector Pups are kind of speedy. And considering that I have active battle on with battle speed at 1, which means enemies move their fastest, it's kind of a self-challenge for me. A small one, though. Bronze trophy level.
Bronze trophy level achievement.
So this is this basement here is full of so many hidden pathways, and this is a really, really elaborate one where you have to go inside the wall and like make all these twists and turns. But if you decide to do that, you get some nifty items here. You get an ether, you get an X potion, and if you examine down here, a ribbon.
God damn!
You get
I never saw that.
Yeah, you get a ribbon here this early into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 1, but still, that's pretty helpful. You got to go out of your way to get this, and I just recently discovered that. But recently, I mean, a few years ago. I didn't show it off in the Brain Scratch run because I didn't know about it then. But yeah, that is something that is there.
It's the Regal Cutlass.
That's just the next sword after the Mithril Blade.
Alright.
I give that to Celes.
What should we call it? In addition to fire magics, Celes also has her own style of magics as well. Like, she favors stuff like Imp, Haste, Protect, Confuse, Berserk, Holy, Flare, and Meteor.
Yeah, she's like status inducing.
She's status inducing because she has different kind of high-powered magics.
Yeah.
Like, she has Holy and she has Meteor, whereas Terra gets Ultima.
Celes is someone that learns magic naturally as she levels up because of the experiments that she went through as a kid, compared to Terra, who was naturally born with the gift of magic. That's something they elaborate on later down the road. So we have managed to escape South Figaro, and we noticed even on the outer edges of the Figaro town, if you talk to the guard that was chasing you, he doesn't realize you're on the opposite end.
Oh, wow.
It's a scram, you blockhead. Okay, if you say so. Thanks for giving me the plans to the Empire, douche. So you can head south back to the place that Sabin was staying at for some free heals. That's good. You don't have to waste a tent. But our real destination is back to the cave of South Figaro. Or the cave of Figaro. The Figaro Cave.
the cave in South Figaro. Figaro Cavern.
Now.
South Figaro.
That cave? Yes! The Figaro Cave, though, has some new encounters now. We have Trilobiter, and Primordites.
What the hell did they do?
Really nothing special compared to the encounters that we had in Let River. I like to use Ice just to dwindle their health in all 3 encounters at once, and Locke will follow up with Air Lancet Slash to finish them off. Yeah. Nothing.
Sorry, right now I'm just like looking up Terra and Celeste's natural spell list, so I'm sorry if I'm seeming a bit...
No, that's fine, but we've already been to this destination before, and besides encounters changing, nothing really changed. However, 1 treasure chest at this point has changed its contents, and it's the treasure chest near the entryway. There's a treasure chest to the left there, which I'm ignoring until we visit this cave for the 3rd time, which is, spoiler warning, like 10 hours from now.
Goddamn.
And there's a treasure chest to the right, which I'm also ignoring. I'm also ignoring the chest that I'm bringing mention to right now because I'm doing this tunnel armor fight the legitimate way, not the I have shit to do way. The staircase that you saw there to the left has a chest. Early on, I think it's like a Phoenix Down or a potion. Now it's a Thunder Rod.
Ooh.
So if you want to go and open that chest now, go right ahead.
A golden bear?
Yeah, a gold bear.
It's bathed in honey?
Maybe it's a... What was the name of the golden crisp bear?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember him too. Whatever. Anyway, he had his golden crisp and then some.
Whatchamacallit? Terra's spells focus more on healing as well.
Yes.
She also has Break, Graviga, Life, Arise, Meltdown, and Ultima.
Yeah, Ultima is the last spell she learns.
At 99.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So, anyway, the chest, if you decide to open it now, gives you a Thunder Rod. I don't think anybody can equip it at this point in time. Maybe Terra, I'm not entirely sure. But the thing about rods in this game, and this goes for Thunder Rods, Fire Rods, Ice Rods, Gravity Rods, Heal Rods, if you use them as items, they cast Tier 2 magic. In Thunder Rod's case, Bolt 2.
They did that in Final Fantasy V as well, except there's also like Tier 3, I think. Or at least they hit really fucking hard.
I don't remember breaking items a lot in 5, but then again, I haven't played 5 in about... I'm due for a playthrough. I'm overdue for a playthrough.
I'm due for a playthrough.
Yeah. I am. I love 5. So, if you decide to open the chest with a Thunder Rod and use it on him, one shot.
Damn.
It does like 1,700 damage to him.
Are you going to try to rob him?
Huh. What?
You going to try to rob it?
There's nothing really interesting to steal from Tunnel Armor. I think you can steal... Yeah, you can steal an Air Lancet from Tunnel Armor. Which is good if you want to use the Genji equipment with Locke. That's great. Or we're going to get much better items later down the road, so it's not really worth it. The gimmick for this fight is that they really want you to use Runic with Celes.
Please understand how this works.
Yeah. Tunnel Armor has access to a lot of Tier 1 magic, so you'll use Fire, he'll use Bolt. I don't think he ever uses Ice, though. So if you have Runic on, Tunnel Armor is pretty much a pushover. However, his physical attacks still kind of hurt, and he does have Drill.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is defense piercing. Ow. I'm not sure if the game considers that a magic attack, because I remember clearly at one point where I did Runic a Drill. You can also Runic Tech Lasers.
Cool.
Yeah, it's considered a magic attack.
Though it does fuck up
Celeste, are you okay? I'm fine. Your hair's smoking.
Your hair's a fritz. You
Yeah.
look like an afro.
But
your picture looks like Baron's.
If you decide to play the battle normally without Thunder Rodding him, make sure you keep Runic on at all times, because if for some reason or another you forget to Runic and he does get that Tier 1 magic on you, it hurts. Bolt does like 300 damage.
Damn!
And Fire does around the same. I wouldn't say a little less, but around that. So yeah, it hurts. Especially if you're going low level, that's pretty much instant kill. But we're done with today's video. When we begin the next video, we'll go to Sabin's scenario. Honestly, the longest one of the bunch. See you then.